What's up, guys? My name's Sydney. I'm the manager of Kava Luv. I'm supervising Cameron on his shift today, so I figured I'd answer some of the most common asked questions while all of us are Kava tending. Whether you're curious about Kava, Kratom, or just what goes down behind the bar, this one's for you. Let's get into it. So let's get into our first question. What is Kava? Kava is from the Southern Pacific Islands, and it is the root. So the second most common asked question is, where does Kava come from? I already said the Southern Pacific Islands, but especially it comes from Fiji, Vanuatu, Hawaii, those places. Let's go behind the bar real quick. I'm gonna show you what Kava looks like, and we're also gonna take a shot. And I always give the best reactions. All right, so these at Kava Luv normally come in a 1 ounce. Kava has a reverse tolerance, which I'm gonna get into a little bit later, but I'm only gonna be taking a half shot. So our most common question is, what does it really taste like? Very earthy, very bitter, very muddy. This is extract, so it is gonna be a little bit stronger than your traditional Kava. Cheers. Horrible. It's super earthy, super muddy, bitter. It kind of reminds me of ginger a little bit, the taste, and it comes from the pepper family. So it kind of has that peppery, spicy taste. Is in the same region of cinnamon, like everything like that. Why are you laughing at me? This is not what I need right now, is Meredith laughing at me. So the next common question about Kava is, how is it prepared? Follow me again. I'm gonna take you to the back, because a lot of people are wondering what our back looks like too. We have all of our tea product right here, but we're just talking about Kava right now. We have our little packets of Kava right here. This is just micronized Kava. So you would put this in a bucket and you just put it with water and mix it up. The powder, so it immediately just dissolves in the water. It's super quick and super easy to make. Let's get into the next question. You can follow me out the door. So another common question is, what are the different types of Kava? We have Noble and we have 2-day. So let's get into it. So Noble Kava is what you're going to find in most Kava bars in the States. It's going to be a lot more relaxing. It's going to help with pain relief, and there's no fog, no headache when you wake up or while you're drinking it. It's the most traditional way to drink Kava if you go into a Kava bar or anywhere, really. On the other hand, we have 2-day Kava. It can be called 2-day Kava because of its actual effects. It can last up to 2 days. It's really sedating. It can also cause nausea and headaches. A lot of the times it's not used for everyday purpose. It's used for medicinal use a lot of the times, and you can't really get this anywhere unless you go to the country it's from. It's much more ceremonial than your everyday Kava. So another common question is, how long are the effects of Kava? For your traditional Kava, it will take up to 30 to 45 minutes, just depending on your metabolism, while our Kava extract will take up to 5 minutes. It hits almost instantly. So I'm gonna take you guys behind the bar again, and I'm gonna show you what you can mix Kava with. Like, another common question is if you can actually add juices or syrups or creamers or anything like that into Kava. So the traditional way to drink Kava micronized is with a bula shell. They look like this. Traditionally, they were in coconut shells, but we use these guys here. So I'm going to grab our Kava. The traditional way to drink Kava is with like 200 to 400 milligrams, just depending on your tolerance to it. So I have Kava in the bula shell, and I'm going to add some creamer to it. This is almond creamer. I do personally think that Kava tastes better with creamers instead of juices, so I just added a little bit. The taste palette of Kava is really muddy and earthy. It tastes a lot better with creamers rather than juices. So yeah, it is possible. So now let's get into Kratom. What is Kratom is the question. Kratom is from Southeast Asia. It is the leaf of plants. Specifically, it's Mitragina speciosa, and there's different strains depending on how it's harvested. So a lot of you may have heard of 7-OH. That is probably the worst form of Kratom, and we definitely don't advocate for that. We advocate for Mitragina speciosa. 7-OH is not in that category, and we definitely agree with the state when they say they want to ban it. Okay, so let's talk about the differences. What is the difference between Kratom and Kava? As you can clearly see, they are two totally different plants. This This is Kratom and this is Kava. So with Kratom, you can see it's much clearer. It kind of gives like green tea consistency and taste. There's different strains for Kratom. The main difference between the two of them is that Kratom comes from the leaf of the plant and Kava comes from a whole different kind of plant as the root. Another difference between the two of them is that Kratom will affect your opioid receptors while Kava goes towards your GABA receptors. So it's not the type of opioid you think. When it comes to your mu receptors, it's nothing compared to painkillers. It doesn't target the same receptors. Kratom actually comes from the coffee family, so in low doses, it's actually a stimulant. In higher doses, Kratom is actually more relaxing, where it kind of comes as like a pain reliever. So now let's talk about Kava. Since Kava hits your GABA receptors, it's very similar to alcohol. Alcohol also inhibits your GABA receptors. When inhibiting your GABA receptors, it calms you down and it relieves stress and anxiety. So another common question we get asked all the time is, what are the different strains of Kratom do we have? So let me show you. We have white, yellow, green, and red. So let's get into the differences of Kratom. I am always asked about the differences between the strains of Kratom. What is the difference between white versus green versus red versus yellow, you know? So that's what I'm gonna be getting into right now. So the first strain I'm going to be going through is white. This is going to be very energetic. It's very uplifting. I really recommend this one if it's someone that comes in the morning and they're going to go work out or go for a run or even work. I really recommend white. And then we have yellow. Yellow is going to be a mix of white and red. It's basically 80% white and 20% red. It's going to be really good for motivation. That's probably my best thing that I would say about it is motivation. It helps with focus. I recommend this if someone's going to go to work or to study or go to school or anything like that. That's really good for this. Good for the brains, good for the brain. And then we have green. Green is going to be a mood booster. It helps with social anxiety. It's very euphoric. I would say this is probably our most popular strain here at Kava Luv. And then we have red. Red is going to be our most relaxing strain. It helps with pain relief as well as it being a sleep aid. My favorite strain is going to be green. I said that one was the most popular, but it's also my favorite too. It's a very middle ground, so I'm not getting too relaxed and I'm not getting too energetic at the same time. I tend to get a little bit jittery if I have too much of something that's too energetic in my system. So green is probably the best, especially when I'm working. I'm gonna open them. I'm gonna open these up just so I can show you the differences between all of the colors of the strains because they do actually have different colors. They're not all gonna be the same. So we have green here, and then we have red. So there's an obvious difference in the colors. It's just really ironic because green is gonna be more green and red's gonna be more red, but it's just the way that they're harvested. Red is dried out for a lot longer than green is. That's why the green strain looks a little bit more like leaves, like green leaves. Like just to like think that like someone came up with the concept of, oh, let's like see what this does if we leave it out in the sun longer than this strain, like all of that. It's really actually really interesting to get into and doing your research. So another common question is, what does Kratom taste like? In my opinion, it kind of tastes like just a bitter green tea. I personally don't like the taste alone, but a lot of people do. People just like to have it straight. I will normally mix it with juices and sugars just to sweeten it up, just because it's my personal preference. But like I said, with Kava, it tastes better with more creamers. That's why when I had the bula earlier, I did almond creamer. But with Kratom, there's juices that I like to mix in and different kind of fruity flavors just to mix it up a little bit. That's a really cool thing about Kratom is that since it's such a light tea, you can mask it with different kinds of flavors. How long does the effect of Kratom last and how long does it stay in your system for? So after about 30 minutes of drinking Kratom, I get like mild mood boost. I get a lot of alertness. After drinking Kratom, after an hour, I get the full mood boost and I also get really talkative. That's just me personally though. I just get really talkative after drinking Kratom after an hour. And then after about 2 hours, I seem to feel a little bit drowsy, maybe a little bit sleepy. I wouldn't say I want to go to bed, but I just feel more relaxed. The effects kind of wear off about 2 hours in. Like I said before, in low doses, Kratom can be very stimulating, more uplifting, while in higher doses, it can be a little bit more relaxing. So does Kratom make you high? I wouldn't say it makes you high. I definitely think it makes you more relaxed in higher doses, obviously. Like I've said, once again, it does make you more relaxed, but I would not say that it makes you high. Weed and kratom, they're not the same effects at all. So the question is, are you safe to drive after drinking kratom and kava? Like any sedative, I think that you just have to be mindful of how much you drink. Personally, I've never had too much not to drive, but you still just want to stay safe. Anything sedative, you want to be mindful of. But yes, it's safe to drive. So does it help with anxiety? In my personal life, I have seen it help tremendously. I was a very, very not a social butterfly at all before I started drinking kratom. And now I feel like sometimes I can't stop talking. So I feel like it's definitely helped with my social anxiety a lot. So another common question we get asked is, can you build a tolerance to kava and or kratom? Yeah, so with kratom, you can build a tolerance, but the thing about kava is that it is a reverse tolerance. So the more you drink, the less you'll need. Whereas with kratom, you will build a tolerance for that. So what's it like at a kava bar? Is it the same as an alcoholic bar, or is it like a coffee shop? In my personal opinion, I think it might be a mix of both. Atmosphere-wise, we have such an uplifting feel to our bar, and our customers make our nights here so fun, and it can get loud sometimes. So sometimes I do feel like it is like an alcoholic bar without the alcohol, obviously. But during the day, it kind of feels more like a coffee shop. It's more relaxed. People come here to work or study, just like at your regular coffee shop. So if you're ever curious about what our regulars here order, they'll order their favorite drink, and then they'll order what strain they want with the drink, and then if they want it for here to go. So our normal drink is about 75% kratom or kava, and then 25% juice, syrup, anything like that. So is kava or kratom legal? Kava is in every state. You just have to be 18 years or older. Kratom, it depends on the state. Some states don't have any regulations. Some are 18 plus and some are 21 plus. Where we're located is Florida, and it is 21 and over here. In some states, it is banned. So another common question is, can kava or kratom affect any of your organs? I wouldn't say in low doses it affects anything in your body, but like with anything you abuse, it will affect your body. I plopped. So a big question is, can you drink kava and kratom with alcohol? The answer is that we definitely don't recommend it. That is when it comes into play with your liver. If you drink kava or kratom with alcohol, it will make the effects of the alcohol much, much stronger, but you will also wake up feeling horrible. So can women that are pregnant or breastfeed drink kava or kratom? This is something I don't feel comfortable saying a yes or a no to. This is something that I think there is not enough research on at all. So I'm just not gonna answer it. You guys can figure that one out. As someone who's been drinking kratom and kava for about 4 years now, I'm gonna give you some of my personal preferences. My favorite drink currently on the menu is probably the pomegranate mule. I always drink green. Like I said before, it's just like a middle ground. It's not too relaxing and not too energetic. Just kind of keeps me centered. I love having kava shots. I know I said before that kava is really relaxing, and it is, but it also keeps me focused. I take them all day when I'm working, when I'm not working. For someone that has been in the industry for 3 years, I would say that just sitting down at the bar and starting a conversation with anyone, you will fall in love with this place immediately. Oh my God, I keep burping. Something I think that not a lot of people know about the kava industry is probably that the dirt that's in the drink isn't actually good for you. Another thing is that there are all different walks of life in here. A lot of people that don't go to kava bars think it's very hippy-dippy, like very ritualistic, I've heard. Taboo, yeah. I see construction workers come in here. I see lawyers, I see nurses, I see surgeons, all different walks of life come here. A lot of the people that come in here aren't actually addicts, which is also another thing that people get wrong a lot, is that, oh, this is a place for recovering alcoholics or recovering drug addicts. And I don't think that's the case at all. We don't have a lot of people that come from that walk of life. Okay guys, so that was our most common questions that we get behind the bar. Please don't be afraid to ask your local kava tender any of these questions. I'm sure they will know the answer. If you liked this video, hit the like button and subscribe. We post videos every Mondays and Thursdays.